Hello there, this is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. The main reasons women will say that they're nothing but bad men out here. And the main reasons and stuff. The main reasons. And I'm going to tell you what. I was inspired to do this because of a question a supporter had on IG. And I was thinking about it too, because he was asking me about it, and I was like, man, this go back a long way. And there's two main reasons. The first one is obvious. And if a woman ever say that, like she say to you, ain't nothing but bad men out here, ask her one simple question. Have you dealt with every single man? Look her in the eye and say, have you dealt with every single man out here? And even if she try to bring her girlfriends in, well, they not dealing with nothing but bad men too. All right, how many of y'all is it? How many of your girlfriends do it? How many men have they encountered? Now, unless they say 1 billion, they ain't every single man. So hit them with that. So that's the main reason. But then, well, one of the reasons, that's the obvious reason. I shouldn't say it's the main reason. But the main reason, though, and this goes back. This ain't some recent modern woman thing or something. I saw a cartoon talking about this way back in the 60s, right? Because, like the women saying the men are bad and all of that. I saw a cartoon, like I said, it's from the 60s. You know, this woman say, where are all the good men at? And 3 men were like, what about us? In fact, I wrote an article about that one time. Talking about how some of these women be doing and stuff. You know, and some guys be complaining and everything. But here's the dynamic. It's a very simple dynamic. And I talked about it in my book, Sexual Chemistry, specifically. But it goes back a while. Because even in my book, Nice Guys and Players, remember I talked about Mr. Goodbar. Now, Mr. Goodbar, that's that type of man that's at the top of the sexual hierarchy. And he ain't necessarily a Chad or a Tyrone, you know, a good-looking guy. He's not the guy that a woman will look at and say is necessarily good-looking. Only thing he can do is he can dick him down. Right? So that's Mr. Goodbar. He's not classically handsome or something, but he can dick a woman down. Get her addicted. Right? It's like that song I always talk about that used to be at the beginning of my videos, Pusherman. I'll put a link for it in the description box because I talk about that a lot. You know, the woman, instead of tapping her arm, she tap her thighs. She's addicted to them. But see, this is what happened. Usually men like that, they ain't like looking to get married or something. In fact, usually they dismiss a woman like she's the maid. Shoot. In fact, they really at the top of the pyramid because they can have their way with women. And their way because, well, they dicking them down. Shoot. They dicking them down. Look, let me just say as an aside, if you really want to get a woman, make sure you satisfying her in the bedroom. Women put up for a lot because they be feeling like chemicals, everything. Get that oxytocin and all of that. Shit. They be feeling good. It's like they had that good drink. In fact, Mr. Goodbar, just even calling him Mr. Goodbar, that's that allegory and stuff, and that based on that story from the 70s and stuff of that movie. But it's like chocolate. They just want to indulge. They'll have the woman going crazy. But see, usually the guy get tired of it because, well, one, he got a bunch of women on standby. You know, he probably just wanted some pussy anyway. So he don't keep her around, right? So he'll dump her and everything. Usually what'll happen is, okay, he'll get the woman, dick her down, then get tired of her, come up with some reason to like kick her to the curb. Some of the colder ones just kick her to the curb and everything, right? Usually what'll happen is the women or the woman, once she get kicked to the curb by Mr. Goodbar, will complain bitterly about men. She going through withdrawals. She'll say, oh, men are bad and all of that. You know? And she'll talk all that shit until she come across another Mr. Goodbar. Because you got a whole lot of women addicted to Mr. Goodbar. And I know, see, a lot of like guys who would consider themselves good or whatever, nice guys, be the guys right there for the woman. I mean, and look, they could be handsome guys who want to be providers, be the type of guy that a woman that, you know, women in general say they want publicly. You know? I mean, women will say, yeah, they want it. Like that article I wrote back in the day about it, it was called What About Me? And, you know, you get some guys, they'll say, well, the woman will say, well, she wants this guy who's doing this, that, and whatever. And you're like, well, hold up, I do all that. Shoot, I've been there. This one woman, she's talking about all this stuff she wanted in a man, and I was like, hold up, I got all of that. Yeah, I just wasn't the right complexion for her. That's something within the black community. You talk about that colorism. Yeah, I don't go deep into that since my stuff is all over the world. But I was rejected, you know? And they'll say all that until a woman runs into that guy that's turning her on sexually. Now, she'll talk all that shit, but then as soon as she run into a next one, all of a sudden that addiction come up. She started tapping those thighs, you know? It's like that alcoholic that tries to say they trying to stay away from some alcohol, and they good for a little bit until they just happen to go to a party and there's some alcohol hanging like over there or something. And you know, the woman, shoot, you know, she get there, she started thinking, she started changing up. All of a sudden, she get real sweet. Shoot, they got talking about he could talk and say at the last minute, right? He call her up, right? He say, hey, can I come over? Nah, he ain't even going to ask, can he come over? He said, yo, I'm coming over and stuff. And she said, you better not come over. Yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And she'd be like, yeah, all right. And as soon as she get off the phone, you know what she going to do? Shoot, she start washing out that pussy. She get in the bathroom, start cleaning that shit. Be trying to act nonchalant. She clean that shit. Make sure clean up a little bit. Put some perfume on. Then try to be cool as soon as he get there. And shoot, he be tearing her ass up. He be tearing her ass up as soon as he get there. And then don't call her again for 3 weeks. And she'll be bitching until he call back again. Or she run into another Goodbar. In the meantime, she'll have about 3 or 4 like generally good guys. Like they even handsome too. Handsome, good guys with some money. Would do right, got good intentions towards her. But she'll be like, there ain't no good guys. And mainly because what she really mean is there's a shortage, there ain't no Goodbars. Ain't enough Goodbars. Ain't enough to keep that drug up. Shit, I talked about that in my book, A Player's Eyes. That drug called pleasure. Shit. Y'all should check that out, A Player's Eyes. I be really dropping some game in there. But that's all it is. And see, a lot of good guys seriously understand, because, you know, let's be real. Publicly, notice I said publicly, when women talking about good men, good guys, and all of that, what they be saying? Oh, we want a guy who got some money. We want a guy who's going to do this. And they'll say all that stuff, right? In fact, they'll write magazine articles and all of that. We want a man. What they should say is, we want Mr. Goodbar to do all that. They hoping he listen. They want that 15%. I ain't even saying 20%. That 15% to listen up for that and want to do that. And like I said, it don't matter if he handsome or whatnot. Because if a Chad doesn't bring that sexual energy, because let's be real with that Chad thing just real quick. Men go crazy over that than a woman does. Because women, they can be, you don't know what turns on a particular woman. I've known some women wanted they likes a dude with a little bit of ugly who had a nice dick. Some women would say that. I remember I was working on this job and there was this guy and maybe he ended up passing away, but he actually had like a cleft lip or something. And I never forget what this woman said. She said it in front of a group of people. She was like, he probably got the most beautiful dick. Shit, that's Mr. Goodbar. As a woman said one time, Mr. Good Dick. And they be going crazy. That's why you be seeing some dudes and you be like, how they getting it? Because all these Bammers out here talking about they just looking at her face. Nah, they looking for that motherfucker look like he can fuck. Shit. That's the most important thing to him. That's Mr. Goodbar. That's Mr. Goodbar and stuff. All these guys saying some other shit, that's some bullshit. But see, women get addicted. Shoot. You ever seen a woman, she go crazy? Once you hit that shit, you tap that shit good. Got her screaming. Got her eyes rolling in the back of her head. You know, speaking in tongues and shit. Calling a great pumpkin. Might be levitating and shit. Putting a pillow under her head, you could be like, nah, you don't need this, baby. You just pull that pillow away. She's still levitating. You know, she go to that highest level in with the 9 levels of orgasm. She go to that highest level. She knocked the fuck out. What they call a little death and shit. Shoot. Well, shoot, for God truly satisfies it. Because, look, let's be real out here. Even more so than anything else, if you really listen to a woman without judging them, they complaining about being sexually satisfied. So when they run into that guy who can actually do it and get the vibe off like he can do it, oh, they get addicted to that shit. In fact, you got a lot of women who are married. They'll be married. They'll marry a good guy. But then, you know, that guy come home early. Hey, Joe, hey. Yo. Joe Roughneck, here it come. You know, they come home, see that guy. They hear some screaming in the bedroom. All of a sudden, some dude tearing it up. And that dude looked back at him and like, my bad. Did you, man? Yeah, shoot. And then they'll get dicked down by that guy. And then complain and shit afterwards. Be doing some crazy shit. Say, oh, men are bad and stuff. And the man be like, shoot. He might be like, yeah, whatever. I'll be over in 2 weeks. She'd be like, okay. Knowing she'd be excited. Visually, she'll be like trying to play it cool and shit. You know, her pussy be like, oh yeah, come on. Shit. But seriously, when they, like a lot of good guys, like generally good guys are hear that, right? They hear women saying they can't figure it out. And this ain't some new shit. Like I said, I saw a cartoon talking about this going back, this was from back in the 60s. And really talking with some elders, they've been that. That's why I say, if you want to know what's going on back in the day, listen to some of those old blues songs or something. Or if you got some elders in your family who want some player shit, they'll tell you. The husband go out the door, he going out the front door, his side man coming through the back door. Shoot. There's a lot of dudes probably went to their deathbed, didn't realize those babies that they thought were theirs really wasn't. You know, that's why I always say paternity testing should be mandatory now. That shit should be mandatory. Even some, I'll just say some famous people. They should be like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I started some shit. I ain't gonna call any names. I'm not gonna call any names. But I'm gonna tell you what, though. That's one of those things. But see, women complain. Like, if I hear women talking about, oh, there's a shortage of good men, oh, these men are bad, I just roll my eyes. Seriously. I just roll my eyes. I'll be like, yeah, okay. Yeah. You still addicted to Mr. Goodbar. Seriously. That woman's still addicted. You be like, what the heck? And you know, it is, I'm going to tell you what, though. It is what it fucking is. It is what it is. It's one of those dynamics people talking about. And like I said, you get some guys saying, oh, it's Pookie and Ray. First of all, anybody thinking it's Pookie and Ray Ray? How many motherfuckers who think it might be, not Pookie and Ray Ray, definitely them, but Chad and Tyrone, rather. How many dudes actually were in the bedroom with Chad when he was with that woman? A lot of women be cheating on him. They'll cheat on some motherfucker that don't look as good because they ain't, shoot, that motherfucker like packing and shit. Let's just be real. Let's just be real with that shit. A dude who a little bit ugly and shit got a print. Probably get way more play than Chad. You know? Way more play. Because that's what it's about. Because you take an honest look at if you take an honest look at the dudes who really getting the play out here, really getting the women going crazy, it goes totally against what people be trying to talk about in the media or what some other dudes think. Trust me. You know? I'm gonna be real. Even some of the things I might promote. Now, the stuff I'm promoting is to help you out, but when you're talking Goodbar, Mr. Goodbar is on some different level and shit. You know? Mr. Goodbar is on a different level. His biggest gift is he can turn that woman out. So he don't got shit to do with his face, sometimes not his height. Shit. Because if those of y'all who read my book, Nice Guys and Players, I talk about Jim. That dude was about 5'8" and chubby. But I knew several other women he got with, and they ain't have a problem sharing with me. I was always like TMI, but they always said 10. So it's like, okay. It is what it is. And look, just real quick, don't be in the comment section saying, well, I don't got that. I don't give a fuck. I'm just telling you what the fuck it is. I'm just telling you what the fuck it is. And they be saying something, oh, these guys ain't good. Shoot. If a guy was like tearing them up in the bedroom and a good guy too, he'd be Mr. Right. He would be Mr. Right. Women would lose their motherfucking mind. They be trying to marry him on the spot. Shoot, trying to like hook him or something. But that's when you really see a woman's game then. But other than that, usually like I said, the pattern is usually they get dicked down by one Goodbar, all addicted, all crazy, then he just move on because, well, that's what he gonna do. Right? He move on. She complain about men. She'll cry on the shoulders of like several good men. She'll get in a public forum and say, there's no good men. Until she run into another Goodbar and go through the pattern all over again. I'm laughing about this shit funny. Because a lot of women don't want to admit to it. A lot of guys don't realize it. I'm like, it is what it is. It is what it motherfucking is. I can stop at the post office and shit. You know, that's all it is. That's all it is. Ain't a shortage of good guys. There's plenty of good guys. What they should say is like, guys good in bed. Guys who could make them holler. What they should say, there's a shortage of good bars. Or all the guys are good bars. Because seriously, there's a lot of good guys out here. There's a lot of genuinely good guys out here. But it be the women tripping. Look, they need to say they want a good guy or they want a nice guy who can fuck. It's really that simple. If they just said it just like that, shit'd be cool. Alright? Just being on the real. So anyway, though, that's all I got for today, y'all. Really think about it. And anybody hearing it, if you getting mad, dude, I'm just telling you reality. You need to deal with motherfucking reality out here. Too many guys want to be on some fantasy shit. I'm telling you how the women are. You learn that shit. You learn how to turn that woman out, really give it to her. Shoot. You trust me. You can beat out a lot of shit. Alright? You can beat out a lot of shit. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace.